Oh, love. Love is the only thing that is able to suffer.
Okay.
Love is a fearless feeling.
Okay.
Love is also something that will make you do anything for a person, no matter what it is.
It's hard to describe. To me, I think it's something that's very strong between two people, and it's more than just physical. It's more mentally and emotional, and so many people literally could love someone to not get love back. So love to me would definitely be, I guess, a war for me, in my opinion, because I'm still trying to find my way to learn what love is.
Okay. I feel like it can't really be defined, but I'll try. Even though it's more of a feeling, I don't know, it's just like that person you just can't get out of your head, and you think about them all day, every day, and they're just perfect, you know, even though they probably have their flaws, but they're just perfect to you. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I know it sounds corny, but it's, I don't know.
The same much.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of something better to say so I can explain it, but it's really just a feeling, like you just feel it.
A crush can turn into love. You can love your crush. But before, when it's just a crush, what happens is you're just attracted to the appearance of a person. So you're just attracted to the physical of that person, but you're not yet in love with them. But once you get to know them, what's inside may, cause you to love them. So crushes is just temporary, but love is more stronger. You don't know if you love that person yet, and because you don't know what's inside. So you only know what you see, which is causing you to crush on them, to mainly like them, but you don't love them. But that liking can cause you to obsess over them, but you still don't know if you love them, because it just might be that one thing that you find out about them that turns you off, and then your crush fades away. But love gets stronger.
Well, I guess to me, I guess it depends on the kind of person you are, how you've been handling certain relationships you've been in, no matter who it is. So the way I handle it is, compared to a crush, I would know how it is when the guy is talking to me. If he's showing me off to his friends, then it could just be, like, okay, I have a crush on her. But if it's more, he introduces you to the family, he starts talking about you more, he's making more generous opinions, he's thinking about you, then you can consider that falling into the category of love, but not being it exactly.
When I have crushes, it's just a phase. But I feel like the love is more long term. And I feel like if you tell a person you love them, they should always be in your heart no matter what. If you stop talking and you go your separate ways, like, you should always have a place for them in your heart. So I think if it was a crush, then you don't give two shits about them after a while. Yeah.
Well, that's easy. People who don't know how noble and precious love is are people who don't know what love is. True. They just assume and mistake. Like, for example, sex and love is different. Like, you get in love, there's sex, but you don't love them.
Not in love with them.
Exactly.
It's like your friend, like your guy friend. Like, if they try to push themselves on you or something like that, they're just like, yeah, I love you. And you're like, well, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. You getting that? You know how that goes?
Yeah. So it's different. They just don't know what it is yet. They don't understand the meaning of love.
I guess it's difficult, especially in this time and generation. It's like love doesn't exist in this generation at all, for nothing. You have somebody say they love you, and they could just be the next person stabbing you in the back in a quick heartbeat. So it's like, it's hard when you have so much bad surroundings and bad settings of other people in a lifetime, but you still try to hold on to the positive things, like if you watch fairy tale movies or if you watch just movies and romantic movies and you look at it and you're like, why can't I find something like that? The only reason you're not finding it is because you're putting your mindset in the mindset of how every other person thinks of this generation. If you have your own mentality of the way you view love, the way you view what love is, then you should never give up on it. That's what I believe.
Because I feel like the word love is so thrown around today. Like, people just say it when they don't mean it and there's no feeling behind it. So now people is just like, oh, I love you. But no, it's just thrown around so much. Like, I guess it's losing its meaning. I don't know.
Well, it's hard to forget about love because it comes natural. So, you know, you probably are at that point where you're like, F love, I don't care, whatever, I'm never falling in love. But then you meet this person, you're like, oh shit, I love him. Like, you know, it's just
it's
something
hard.
Exactly. It's just something that comes naturally. Like, it's a mind thing. It has nothing to do with body. Love comes from the mind. So it's like, I don't know, it's just hard to not forget it. I mean, if you do go and look for love, it may be harder because you're expecting something as far as just waiting for it. So when you're waiting for it, you're not really expecting. It's just like, you know, it just comes, and when it comes, it's just there. I don't know, but I don't think you should. It's hard to forget about love. I don't think that's ever gonna happen. That shit's gonna hit you hard, and then you're gonna be like, oh shit, you know. So.
For most I would say wait. You should never rush into love, because love is not something you rush into. It's something you take your time with, you build, so you can have your strong empire with something. You would never want to build it to know that, you know, it's not strong enough to withhold every obstacle that you both might encounter later on in life. So honestly, I would say wait. With me, in my opinion, it's a 2 and 2. I would wait for love, but at the same time, I would say forget it, only because of the heartaches and the heartbreaks that, you know, me being in the mentality I am, but still understanding how to love other people and knowing not everybody will understand how your mind works.
I don't think you should look for it. Like, just let it find you. If you go looking and you look so hard, I feel like you just settle for someone thinking that that's the right one, you love him, blah, blah, blah. I think you should just let love find you. And I think that's the best way. Let it come to you. Don't go looking for it. Don't go to the club looking for it. Or church. You never know. You might freaking find it going to the corner store, or I don't know. Like, just don't go look for it. Let it look for you.